Hi dear viewers. In this video, we're going to create a modern animated website, specifically a stunning landing page. If you're a beginner, this video is absolutely perfect for you. We'll go through the code line by line, ensuring you understand every detail as we build this website together. Let's take a quick look at what we'll be creating. When we reload the page, you'll see a beautiful, friendly animation unfold, bringing the website to life. As you hover over the iPhone models, they'll elegantly scale up. When you click on any iPhone model, a detailed 3D representation will appear in the center of the page, allowing you to explore it from every angle. Similarly, clicking on the third iPhone model will enable you to zoom in, zoom out, and move it in every direction, offering a truly immersive view. This entire website, with all its engaging features, will be built using very minimal and easy-to-understand code. So, let's dive in and start building. Before starting, please download the images, logo, and video. You can download them directly using the GitHub link provided in the description. Once you open the GitHub link, go to the Assets folder and then click on IMG. These are the iPhone images we'll be using in this project, so make sure to download them. If you'd like to support my work, don't forget to leave a star on the repository. This is the complete project, so let's get started. But before that, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. First, open Visual Studio Code. Create a new file and name it index.html. Inside the Style folder, add a new file called style.css. Now let's add a title to our website. That is iPhone Web. Inside the section of index.html, link the style.css file. Right, and click Open with Live Server. First, we have our main header tag. Inside our header, we have a div with the class logo. We've placed an IMG tag, pointing to our iPhone logo.png file, ensuring our brand is visible. Inside our nav tag, we have an unordered list UL. This list contains our individual navigation links, each within an LI tag. Each li then holds an anchor tag, which are our actual clickable links for iPhone, iOS Hub, iCore, and pricing. Moving on, we have a div with the class nav icon. This section is for our interactive icons. Now we'll go to the Boxicons website. Inside the search bar, we'll look for the search icon and copy it. Then, click on the Usage button. Copy the CDN link and paste it inside the head section of our HTML file. Finally, we have two more divs, one with the class menu and ID menu button, and another with the class close and ID close button. These will hold our menu and close icons, which are typically used for responsive navigation on smaller screens. For now, they contain their respective box icons as well. Now we'll start styling our header section step by step. Margin, 0 removes default margin from all elements. Padding, 0 removes default padding. Box sizing, border box, includes padding and border in total width, height outline. Text decoration, none removes underline from links. List style, none removes bullets from list items. Scroll behavior, smooth ads, smooth animation when scrolling with anchor links. Create a typograph.css file inside the style folder. BG color, sets a black background. Text, color sets, text to white. Light white color, a light transparent white used for secondary text. Light dark color, a very dark shade used as an alternative dark background. Variables let you reuse colors across your whole site easily. Centers content both vertically and horizontally using flexbox. Arranges items in a vertical column and centers them horizontally. Spreads items with space between them like nav links left and button right, and centers vertically. Background color, var BG color, sets the background using a custom CSS variable. Color, var text color, sets the default text color using a variable. Ensure that your typography.css file is correctly linked to your index.html file. Font family, Urbanist, sans serif. Uses the Urbanist font. If unavailable, it uses any sans serif font. First, we'll target our main header element. We're setting its width to 76%, margin, auto to center the entire header content on the page, and padding, 14 pixels 5 pixels to give some space around the content, 14 pixels top and bottom, and 5 pixels on the left and right. We have our main header tag. We've given it a class DFCSB. Next, we style the image within our logo class. We're giving it a specific width of 2 rem to control its size, ensuring our logo is appropriately scaled. For our navigation list, nav greater than UL, we're using column gap colon 3 rem. This property creates a generous 3 rem space between each of our navigation items, making them visually distinct. Now, let's style the actual text links inside our navigation. We're setting their color to a var light white color for a light appearance. A font size of 14 pixels, and a slight letter spacing of 0.7 pixels to improve readability. Inside our nav tag, we have an unordered list UL, also with the class df-c-sb. To add a bit of interactivity, we're defining a hover state for our navigation links. When a user hovers over a link, its color will change to var text color, providing visual feedback. Moving to our navigation icons, the .nav icon class. Similar to our navigation list, column gap 1 rem adds spacing between the search and play icons. For the individual icons within .nav icon, we're setting a font size of 22 pixels and their color to var text color to match our overall theme. We're making a small adjustment to the last icon within .nav icon using last child. We're increasing its font size to 28 pixels, perhaps to make the play button a bit more prominent. Finally, for our menu and close icons, we're initially setting their display property to none. This means they won't be visible by default. These icons are typically revealed using JavaScript for mobile responsiveness, but for now, they are hidden. Alright, we've got our header set up. Now let's move on to the main content section of our iPhone web page. We begin with a section tag. This is a crucial semantic element, grouping related content. Inside this section, our first primary content area is a main tag. It carries the class's iPhone-content. Within iPhone content, we have an H1 tag. This displays iPhone 16 Pro, making it the prominent heading for this section of our website. Below the title, we find a div with the class iPhone Video and an ID of iPhone Vid. This div is a container for our iPhone's promotional video. Inside it, we've embedded a video tag. We've given it the ID iPhone Video, set its src to assessed/video/iPhone vid.mp4, included autoplay and loop attributes so the video starts playing automatically and continuously repeats. Continuing within the same section, we have a second tag. This one has the classes iPhone model. This main element is specifically for displaying a series of iPhone thumbnail images, likely representing different models or colors. Inside iPhone model, you'll see multiple divs. Each one has the class iPhone thumbnail and an ID of iPhone 1. These divs are our clickable image previews. Each contains an IMG tag pointing to a different iPhone image file, such as iPhone1.png, iPhone2.png, and so on, showcasing various iPhone visuals. Now that we understand the structure, let's look at the CSS rules that style this iPhone content section. First, Our section element. We've given it a minimum height of 100 viewport heights. This ensures that this section will always take up at least the full height of the viewport. Next, for our .iPhone content main area. We've added a margin top of 4.6 rem to push it down from the header and set its width to 100% to ensure it spans the full available horizontal space. And we can also add the section tag along with the header. For the H1 tag inside .iPhone content, our iPhone 16 Pro title, we're applying a font size of 3 rem to make it large and prominent. The .iPhone video container for our video is also given a width of 100%, allowing it to take up the full width of its parent. And for the actual video element inside .iPhone video, we're explicitly setting its width to 100% as well, ensuring the video itself scales to fit its container. You'll also see a rule for .style iPhone greater than iframe. This is for styling any embedded iframe elements, perhaps for future content. We're giving it padding top, 2 rem for spacing, and setting its width to 100%, and a fixed height of 23 rem. Our .iPhone model section, which holds the thumbnail images, gets a padding top of 4 rem to create space from the video section above, and width, 100% to occupy full width. Class df_cfc, which will be used in our CSS to control its layout, likely making its children display as a column and centered, and df_cfc. This specific main element is designed to hold the main display for the iPhone, including its title and video. For each individual .iPhone thumbnail div, we're making it a display flex container with a line item center and justify content center to perfectly center its image. We've set a specific width of 9 rem and height of 10 rem, padding bottom, 2 rem for spacing below, and a subtle border bottom of 0.7 pixels, solid number 37373 to separate them visually. For the images inside the thumbnails, iPhone thumbnail IMG, we're setting width 100% and height auto for responsive sizing. We're initially giving them an opacity of 0.7 to make them slightly faded, setting cursor pointer to indicate they are interactive, and adding a transition for smooth visual effects on hover. Finally, for the hover state of these thumbnail images, we're increasing their opacity to 1 so they become fully visible, and using scale 1.3 to make them slightly zoom in, all with a smooth transition for a pleasing interactive experience. And inside that JS folder, we'll create our script. Go ahead and make a new file named app.js. In the app.js file, we'll build a responsive website with a toggleable Hamburger menu and embedded 3D iPhone models using Sketchfab. The menu button shows the nav and replaces itself with a close button, which hides the nav when clicked. We use an array of iPhone model data and dynamically load each model's 3D preview into the page when a thumbnail is clicked, replacing the default video. This creates an interactive, modern user experience with live 3D model views. You can download this JavaScript code for free. The link is in the description. No need to write the code yourself, just download and use it. Clicking on any model displays its 3D view of the iPhone. Now it's time to add animation. We can visit the animate.style website to use pre-made animation classes. First, copy the CDN link from the animate.style website and paste it inside of your HTML file. Simply copy the class, and the animation will be applied automatically. The animated class is the core component from a popular CSS animation library called animate.css. When you add this class to an HTML element, it tells the browser to prepare that element for an animation. First, our logo div, by adding animate fade in down animated here. Next, we've applied the same animate fade in down animated to each of our individual navigation lie elements: iPhone, iOS Hub, iCore, and pricing. Similarly, the icons within our nav icon div, the search and play icons, also get the animate fade in down animated classes. They will appear with that same stylish fade in down effect, maintaining visual consistency with the rest of the header. Moving down to our main content, the H1 tag displaying iPhone 16 Pro has animate fade in up animated. This gives our main title a distinct entrance, fading in and sliding up from the bottom, making it feel powerful and deliberate. Right below the title, our video tag also uses animate fade in up animated. So, as the iPhone 16 Pro title appears, the video follows with the same elegant fade in up motion, drawing attention to the product showcase. Finally, each of our iPhone thumbnail divs, representing the different iPhone models, also utilizes animate fade in down animate animated. This means that as users scroll or the page loads, these thumbnail images will nicely fade in and slide down, creating a visually appealing array of choices. Adding a layer of polish and modern feel to iPhone web inside the Style folder will create our custom style sheet. Go ahead and make a new file named animation.css. Once the file is created, connect it to your index.html by adding a link tag inside the head section. Let's look at our navigation items first. For the first list item within our navigation, we're using animation delay, 0.2 seconds. This means that after the page loads, this specific iPhone link will wait for 0.2 seconds before its animation begins. We've applied similar animation delay properties to the subsequent navigation items, increasing the delay for each. The second item waits 0.4 seconds. The third 0.6 seconds, and the fourth 0.8 seconds. This creates a pleasing staggered effect, where each navigation link appears one after another, rather than all at once. Our navigation icons also get this treatment. The first icon has an animation delay of 1 second, and the last icon has a delay of 1.2 seconds. This keeps them consistent with the staggered appearance of our header elements. Now, let's move to our main content section's animations. In the main content, our H1 title has an animation delay of 2 seconds and an animation duration of 1,800 milliseconds. So it waits 2 seconds, then animates over 1.8 seconds. The iPhone video starts its animation a bit earlier, with animation delay, 1 second, and runs for 2,200 milliseconds, 2.2 seconds. Each thumbnail div is given an increasing animation delay. The first thumbnail starts at 2 seconds, the second at 2.2 seconds, the third at 2.4 seconds, and so on. Just like our navigation, this creates a beautiful sequential reveal for the thumbnail images, making them pop into view one after another as you scroll or the page loads. These properties allow us to precisely control the timing and flow of our animations, enhancing the user experience. Inside the Styles folder, we'll create our media queries. Go ahead and create a new file named responsive.css. Ensure that the responsive.css file is properly linked in your index.html. First, we have a media query for screens with a max width of 1000 pixels. This targets medium-sized screens like tablets in landscape mode or smaller laptops. Inside this, our header's width adjusts to 98% for better edge spacing. Crucially, our main navigation is now display none by default. It's hidden. Instead, it transforms into an absolute positioned overlay, taking up the full height and width of the screen. With a background color and a high Z index, so it sits above other content when activated. The navel also changes flex direction to column and adds row gap, stacking the navigation links vertically for a mobile-friendly menu. Finally, our .menu icon, which was hidden before, now becomes display, block, semicolon. This reveals the hamburger icon that users will click to open the transformed navigation. Both the menu and close icons get updated font size and color for better visibility. Next, we have a media query for even smaller screens, specifically those with a max width of 480 pixels, which covers most smartphones. Here, our main section's width narrows further to 95% for tight screens. The .iPhone video gets a larger margin top for better spacing. For our iPhone model section, we set flex wrap. This is important because it allows the iPhone thumbnails to wrap to the next line if they don't fit on a single row, preventing overflow. Lastly, the individual .iPhone thumbnail items get slightly adjusted width and height to ensure they look good and fit well on these very small screens. These media queries are essential for making our iPhone web truly responsive, providing an optimized viewing experience across a wide range of devices. And there you have it, the complete build of our iPhone web header and main section. I hope this walkthrough has made the code clear and easy to understand. If this video helped you in any way, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on upcoming tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.